to BB's Crafty Haven. I am Belinda, and thank you so much for stopping by today. Today we have the Just Your Imagination Challenge with our host Brenda from Rustic and Lace and Kathy Jo from Kathy Jo DIYs with our co-host Small Farm Living. Today we have 3 challenge items, an egg carton, a plastic bag, and a doily. This video is a St. Patrick's Day video. I made 4. I'm not sure if I'm going to fit all 4 in the video. We'll see. Hopefully I can. But I want to thank you for everyone for stopping by. The playlist for this challenge will be in the description box below. Please remember to give everyone a thumbs up and subscribe to these channels if you haven't. It really helps their channels grow. It helps YouTube notice them and me. So thank you for everyone who has subscribed and given me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So again, thanks for stopping by today, and we'll get on with our St. Patrick's DIYs. DIY number 1. We're going to start out with these houses that you can find at Dollar Tree. They come in packs of 2. You're going to need 5 of the little houses, and you're going to take it apart and you're going to cut off the little chimney part of the house, just like you see right there. And all I did was cut it and sand it. And then, like I said, you'll need 5 of these. And of course, you'll need to take out the little insert inside of the little house as well. And then I'm just going to put my wax all over it, my folk art. And then I'm going to take my white and I am going to do a dry brush on all the houses. And then after that, I believe I sand it down to help kind of blend it in and even take off, excuse me, take off some of the wax to make it look a lot more rustic. I really want a rustic wooded feel to this. So I sand every single one of those houses down. And then I will, I think that looks so pretty. I love the way it looks. Anyways, okay, I got these little prints off of, I just Googled some prints. And I'm just taking my purple stick and I'm just putting these little printouts on the back of the inserts that were inside those little houses. I got they're all like Easter themed. And yeah. And you don't need like Mod Podge or anything. The glue works great. And it dries clear, so you don't see the purple after you get it all on there. But I do cover all 5 of those little inserts. And cut off any excess that I need to. I even get a little bit of purple on that paper, but it wipes off clear, so. Now I'm going to take some popsicle sticks and some wood glue and some hot glue, and we're going to start connecting these together. You want to do it from the back, obviously, and you want to put 2 points together, like you see there, and I'm going to put a stick there. And then I'm going to take 2 more, and we're going to stick those in the middle of those. So 4 points put together. And then we're going to use popsicle sticks to connect them together for a strong hold. They don't actually meet up completely because they're a little all uneven, but that's okay because we're going to cover up that hole that connects them, that you can see that connects them. But I just do the hot glue and the wood glue just like I did the first one. Once I get those connected, we're going to take the 5th and final piece, and I do put a little wood glue on the bottom of this, but I also use a wood stick with some hot glue and wood glue to connect it as well. And if you can't tell, we are making a cross. And I made a bigger version of this using the bigger houses, and I'll show you that later. I made that years ago before I even had my channel. But this is a similar version of that, of the larger one I made, just obviously smaller. I needed to wait for that to dry before I turned it. But once it dried, I was able to turn it easily. But before I turned it, I filled up those little pockets with all the pictures that I printed off of Google. I think I said Amazon first. That's not what I got. I just Googled them. And then once I get that done, we'll just flip it over. And this is what it looks like so far, with all those beautiful pictures. And then I'm going to take some, there's the picture that I did, the larger one. I did that a couple years ago. Anyways, I took some, I didn't show me making this bow because I'm really bad at making bows and it takes me forever, and this video would be forever long. But all I did was take a bow and connect them together at the end and just scrunched it together. And all those bows came from, I think all those ribbon came from Dollar Tree anyways. But these flowers, I got a box of them for Christmas. They're spring purple flowers, and I thought they'd be perfect for this. And I just put those all together and fluff up my bow. And I do add a hanger, and it's very light. I just kind of just do a jute hanger on the back. But once I get those flowers tucked in, this is it for this project. Oh, I bumped my camera. Sorry about that. But that's it for this project. Let me know in the description box below what you think. And now we're going to move on to DIY number 2. This one's a very easy DIY. I take those little houses from the Dollar Tree. I remove everything in the middle, including the glass, the backing, everything. We only need the frame. I take this cutting board from Dollar Tree and I use one of the little inserts to cut out what I need, and I cut out 4 of those. Once I get 4 of those cut out, I have these rub-on transfers I use, and all I do is cut those out, and I rub transfer on to the little cutting board piece, and then this is what we have. Told you this is a really quick and easy project. Basically, the rub-on transfers are just like stickers. You just take it and just rub it, and then it comes up. This came off really easy. I almost didn't even have to rub them. It was almost like stickers. But I used some wood glue and hot glue, and we're going to connect these and make a box. And once we get, yeah, I almost put that on the backwards. That would have been a big boo-boo. But once I get all those connected, I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks, I believe, because I want to put a base at the bottom of this, and I use the tumbling tower blocks as like a shelf. So we're going to flip that upside down just like that. And then here's where I use the tumbling tower blocks, and I put it up towards the bottom end of the, I don't know, you want to call it the top or the bottom. I leave an edge, a little bit of a ledge, so it's not completely flush with the bottom, I guess. But I put tumbling tower blocks on all 4 corners, just like that. And then I lost some footage on this, but I just took some popsicle sticks and pieced them together and sized them to fit at the bottom. You're not really going to see the bottom, so I just used hot glue and just stuck it down there. I put some moss and a candle. You could also do flowers. I thought about doing flowers, but I didn't want to take the time to cut it, all the flowers, and put it in there, so I just did a candle. I'll probably eventually put flowers in there, but this is what it looks like with the light on. I think it looks very pretty actually with the light. I might keep the light. I don't know. I haven't decided. But now we're moving on to DIY number 3. We're going to take some caps from some Coke bottles, and we're going to take some cardstock, and you're going to cut out 6. We're only going to make 3, but I double up on the cardstock because it's a little thin, but cardboard was too thick. So I made 6 circles, and I'm just going to use my glue stick again, and we're just going to connect all the circles together. And then we're just going to hot glue the bottle cap or bottle top in the middle of the circles. And just like that. And I just hot glued those in the middle. And now we're going to take some Chanel stems or pipe cleaners, and I already started twisting it a little bit to help the glue stick, but we are going to wrap the Chanel stems all the way around this entire thing, the bottle cap, the base of it, and even the bottom of it, with 3 different colors. And what I do to one, I do to all 3, but basically this is it. You're just hot gluing and twisting, and you're just going to go all the way around till that thing is completely covered in that Chanel stem or pipe cleaner, whatever you wish to call it. And once we get that done, this is the more complicated part, and this is where I need to practice. This project, I ended up changing this project, by the way. I ended up taking it apart. If you watched all the way through the final reveal, I do show a picture of what I did differently, which wasn't very much. I guess this is my first time making this, so I definitely need to practice with this and figure it out. But basically, I took 3 Chanel stems, took one the length of the pencil, and wrapped 2 of them around it. And then I'm just feeding it through one of the loops and pulling it tight and twisting it. So you get a nice fluffy circle, I guess, just like that. And I make 3 different colors of these. And I know 100% that there is a better way to make bunny ears, okay? This is how I did it. I can't even tell you how I did it. I don't even know how to explain this. There are tutorials on this. I do need to watch them. I also need to watch them on how to make little bunny heads out of Chanel stems, because obviously I did watch one, but I probably should have watched a couple of them to see the different ways of doing it. You could kind of see what I'm doing with the bunny ears. Like I said, I know there's definitely a 100% better way of doing that. But I know I'm not explaining this project very well, and I apologize. It is coming out kind of crappy. And like I said, I do change it. I think I either made the bonnets too big, or my head's too small on the bunnies. So you can see the little bonnet right there that we did, and here's the bunny head. And when I first put the bunny head up on it, it looked like it sat too low, so I thought I'll just use a cotton ball to try to lower it a little better. So, and it did help some. I'm not going to say it didn't, but I also didn't want the cotton ball to show either. And I just stick it on there like that. And then I'll connect the ears the weird way that I made the ears, which I know is like really jacked up. So, once I get it bent the way I want it, I also made them kind of big too. Shouldn't have made them that big, but oh well. It's a learning process on this one. So once I get those the way I like them, I will hot glue those onto the top of the hat, so make it look like the bunny ears are coming up through the hat or the bonnet. I love the way the bonnets turned out. Those turned out really cute. I definitely need to work on the rabbit part of it. So once I get those done, I take the littlest, tiniest beads that I could find that I had in my stash, and they were white, but we're going to paint them with a paint marker, and I just stick those little eyes on there. They're so small I can hardly even grip them with the tweezers. But I just use some hot glue and hot glue those on there. And what I do to this one, I do to all 3, and I had 3 different colors. And once I get that on there, and do all 3 of them, I think, unless I just showing you this one right now, I take my paint marker and I make little eyeballs, because white looks really weird. But I still think they looked weird to begin with. I can't even explain how they looked. They just came out really weird. So I definitely need to practice with these and figure out how to do these, because these just, I don't know. I was laughing at myself. But anyways, moving on to this project, I took 2 toilet paper rolls and cut them in half. I only needed 3, so 3 halves. So I'm just going to take some of this jute and we're just going to wrap it all the way around. All 3 of them. We're going to take the jute and just wrap it and use hot glue where needed, which basically was just at each ends, because once you get going, it goes really quick. But we're going to wrap all 3 of them in that jute right there. And then I guess I'm going to show you. I don't think I showed you all of it because wrapping would be a long video and very boring. Okay, yeah, there we go. Once you get all 3 wrapped, this is what they look like. So we're going to take one end and we're going to smush it closed. And they wouldn't stay smushed, so I ended up having to use a clamp to keep them closed. I even tried to hold it there for a little bit, but I ended up still having to clamp all 3 of them until the glue dried, because it kept popping open, see? So you just take a clamp and close it while you can see at the top what I did. And then I take this, and I'm not sure where I got this. My best friend gave it to me. And I painted it in white at my apple barrel. And then I'm going to take my gray. I think it's like a gray granite. It's similar to a gray granite. I don't think that's what it's called, but it's a light gray. And I'm just going to dry brush the gray over top of this white. And I did go heavy-handed in some spots, and I just put some more white over top of that and sanded it down a little bit. And then I'm going to take this ribbon. Not sure where I got it. I got it on sale, obviously. I think I may have gotten it from Hobby Lobby on sale. But we're just going to take it and we're just going to hot glue it and wrap it around each of these little baskets. We'll call them baskets. And then once I get those done, we are going to hot glue them onto our little wood frame. And I put 2 at the bottom and 1 in the middle. And I just hot glue them. I don't do anything special. I just hot glue them down and it holds just fine. I do put a little glue at the top too, but I don't know if I show that. And then I put some foam in there, and then I'm going to take some moss, and we're just going to glue some moss and just push that moss down in there. Be careful not to burn yourself. And we're just going to pile that up, and I do trim it and clean that up a little bit. And then once I get that done, and all pushed down and glued down and trimmed up. There you go. So that's what you want to use, something to push it down, not your fingers. And then I'm going to take these flowers I got from Dollar Tree. And some of them I had to trim down a little bit, but we're just going to push them down into that foam. I ended up changing that too, the color. I ended up putting white, I think, in the middle, and the purple and the pink on the ends. But that's all I do. I just use 2 little stems and put them in the little baskets. See, there's the white, which I actually end up moving to the middle, and then there's the purple. And then we're going to take our little weird-looking bunnies. I think this one turned out the best, but we're going to stick them on the sides of the baskets. Like I said, the bonnets, like, it's a practice. I got to practice this. It was the first time making these. For my first time, I don't think they turned out too bad, but I slept on this overnight with this project being done, and I still couldn't sit with it being the way it was. So I did end up taking the bunnies off and changing it. I didn't throw them away, of course. I'm going to keep them until I can figure out a better way of making them. So here we go to the final reveal. Let me know in the description box what you think of these. Here's the little flower planter or light box, and here's all of the sides of it. Sorry about the lighting on this. I know it's a little dark. I don't know what happened. But here's all the sides of that box. And then here is our cross we made, with all the beautiful little pictures I printed off. I just used a regular printer with regular printer paper, nothing special. And here is the project with the deranged bunnies. I think I made the hats too big. I mean, that one in the middle looks really good, but the other two are really hard to see, and I think it's also because they're dark colored. Like, that one looks pink, but it's actually brown. And I used the gray, and yeah. But I did change it, and this is what I changed it to for now. I just added a bow, and that's about it, and took out the bunnies. But thank you for stopping by my channel and making it through the whole show. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like and subscribe. And thanks again, and I will catch you on my next video.